Hey my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel, week 2 of the Blast from the Past event. And I do apologize for not uploading for the past week. I got the flu, I had a fever for about 4 days, I felt sick for about 7 days. So I didn't have the energy to record. I didn't post anything on X or the community page or on Blue Sky, just because I felt so tired that I just didn't even think about it. But I am back. I am fully recovered. I do still get out of breath really easy because of the cold that I also had due to having the flu. But we are all back here and ready to play the second week from the Blast of the Past event. And our girl here is also ready. She's ready to dive in. She's ready to do research. She's ready to take this as a detective and not what she did the last time by just blindly accusing everybody. And I noticed that we actually have some shells here, which are perfect to place these down. So I am going to do that. But she's quickly going to clean up her breakfast. And then we are going to head over with Eliza to the library to read the history of time travel and see if she can learn a little bit more about time traveling. She still doesn't know if it's real. She still doesn't know whether Emmett is a madman or actually speaking the truth, or both. Both can also be the possibility. But she just wants to redeem herself. She just wants to do something right for the Force. So if this is the way she can do that, she will just try it. But let's head over to the library and I'll see you lovelies there. So we are at the library and Eliza did get a makeover. This is actually the makeover that I gave the pancakes off camera when I was starting to build my own save file, which I still need to continue with. But this is the imagination that I have of Eliza, that she and Bob actually talked everything over, that they are now in a stable and healthy relationship where she is working and she is trying to make a name for herself while Bob stays home and basically be a stay-at-home dad. They don't have Iggy in the save file. I still need to give them Iggy basically. But this is the idea that I have for them, is that they do find a way to work it out. But let's read the history of time travel, and we're not gonna talk with the Grim Reaper because that's not this type of let's play. That's actually for my Not So Human, where we are in more close contact with the Grim Reaper, actually going to be starting out at the Reaper career. So that's something that if you're interested in, make sure to check out. But she's currently reading up. Eliza's actually joining her, talking over what they're reading, what they're figuring out. She doesn't know if this book is truth or if it's fiction. She has no idea, but she's just going to keep reading. Well, at the moment, doesn't really look like she's reading. Ooh, is that guy? You're not too bad, sir. You can get some different glasses, but you're not looking too bad, to be honest. But are you going to finish up reading your book? I know reading is not your strong suit. You'd rather be in a club, but just finish up the reading. And the history of time travel says it is both now and ever, long and short, and started when someone tried to fix past mistakes. Is this about Emmett or is it about somebody else? But in doing so, the fabric of time itself crystallized and became something material. So before this, the fabric of time was immaterial. And it goes on to say that while some believe books, movies, or even video games are merely windows into the past, depending on the type of video game or book or movie, I would say, others believe they may be a form of time travel itself. Well, if you think about it, it can put you into a different universe by just playing the game. You can fully immerse yourself into the world and everything. But she is not going to share a steamy story. She's going to experience the past by playing The Sims Archives Volume 2, which I do believe is actually by playing The Sims 2, a game that is very dear to my heart. It's probably the game that I started The Sims with. So for me, that's a game. I played all the games. I played Sims 1 up to Sims 4. I played Sims Medieval, My Sims, All the Sim stories, like Castaway stories, all those stories I played. Basically, I played everything, but Sims 2 is the one that I played growing up, and then moved to Sims 3. I played Sims 3 probably for the longest time, but for me, Sims 2 will always be very near and dear to my heart. And you just go away because I need that computer and I don't want you to take up my computer time. Eliza, don't you dare be the one to sit down. She's sitting down. Eliza, you're supposed to help us, not take it away from us. So, this girl with the gorgeous girls, Amy, be gone because we need this computer. It is detective business. And now Eliza gets up. We need to play the Sims Archives Volume 2. So get on to that, girl. Oh, and Emmett is also here. So I didn't give Emmett a custom content makeover. I will give him one, but I just need to find out the right custom content if I have those in my game at the moment. To give him that more time traveling look. I don't want to take that look away from him. I just need to figure out what the right custom content is. But she's currently, yeah, she's playing The Sims 2. And from playing The Sims 2, she saw a strange glowing crystalline object being held by a hidden figure. That same uneasy feeling she experienced last time happened again. That's the tiny thief. Nadia must be on the right track. So she does feel that she can see, like, that she can find like some hints of the time traveler through her research. She just doesn't know if it's Emmett, if it's somebody else. Like she's not going to blindly accuse anybody again, but she is just now going to study the historical display at the museum with Eliza and just see if she can find anything from there. She's now just going to focus on research and do things by doing research and by doing actual detective work. So hopefully she will find a bit more out that way. So you're at the museum, and this is not really the greatest build, to be honest. So I am quickly gonna go into build mode and actually place down a gorgeous museum from the gallery. Because this build, we don't like this build. And we are gonna place down the Municipal Muses Louisiana, built by Mekwi, M-E-K-W-I. I'm seeing a lot of like positive comments, and it does have that New Orleans style build. So we are going to place this one down as a furnished build and actually say that this was always there. We didn't see this build. This build has never existed, and this is the one that was always there. And honestly, it looks amazing. I should probably place down some more like builds that are actually fitting the vibe. You have a whole like jazz section up here, which of course New Orleans does have a lot of jazz included. So let's head back into live mode, and we are going to look at this thing. I think this thing with the arrow, like maybe it's tracking time or something. It has something to do with time. This is what we're gonna look at. Not sure if it's actually something that is related, but we're just gonna say that this is something that they're used for tracking time. And what does it say? She's just looking at it. She's sitting down. Maybe she's tired from walking all the way from there to there. I would, to be honest. We're not gonna chat with everybody except with Eliza. And what's it saying? This girl came in like a prom dress to the museum. She's an entertainer, but she came in a prom dress to the museum. Would not have done that, to be honest. And just everybody go away. We do not want to talk with you. We just want to watch this timed statue and see what the historical display can help us with. It took a little while for me to take off, but whenever I viewed this statue, it actually did. And it says, after studying the historical display at the museum, Nadia noticed a glowing object emanating from it. Taking care to go unnoticed, Nadia plucked the object free from the display and put it in she pocket? I think it was supposed to say her pocket. a shard of time has been added to Nadia's inventory. So apparently we're supposed to have a shard of time here. And we need to ask an elder about the shard. So do we know any elders at the moment? Let's see, relationships. You're a young adult. You're not an elder, I know for sure. We don't know any elders at the moment. But there is a famous elder that we've known in basically any game. Although she wasn't an elder in all of the games. That we can visit. And for that we need to go to Hanford on Beckley. It's the most famous elder. She's actually related to the Goth family. So maybe she can help us out with any history from Willow Creek and anything time related, because if you really know the history from this family, you actually know that there's also some magic in the history. So Nadia doesn't know that, but she does know that this elder does know a lot about the Willow Creek history, so maybe this elder can help. It is getting a bit late. We do still have time off tomorrow. So we are going to travel to Hanford on Bagley. And ooh, it's another kitty. We are going to travel to Hanford on Bagley with Eliza and actually go to the town square to hopefully visit this person. Because this person doesn't really like it if you immediately go to their home. So let's see if she's willing to meet us in the town square. So we are at the Gnome's Arms. It is actually happy hour, so we are not gonna talk with Sterling. But we are going to, I was about to say, hopefully get a drink from the mixologist while the lady that we are talking about is showing up. In the meantime, just order happy hour drink. What would be her favorite drink, to be honest? I do think it's we didn't try out in the last episode. But we are going to buy something that's the most expensive that is now being priced down significantly. And let's see, do we see the elder in question already? We see her cousin over here. So if you haven't guessed it at the moment, you should be able to guess now who I am looking for. We have the pub owner. Alice is calling us. Sorry, but we don't have the space to accommodate the whole family. Anybody I'm seeing? Usually she should come from here, but I'm not seeing her. Oh, I really hope that she does show up. Otherwise, this would have been a little bit of a waste of time to travel all the way here. Do think she usually shows up around town. Oh, there she is. She is already here. It is the one and only Agnes Crumblebottom, because if you don't know Sims history, she is family from the Goths. So Cornelia Goth, who is Mortimer's mother and the grandmother of Cassandra and Alexander Goth. She is actually originally named Cornelia Crumplebottom, and she is Agnes's sister. So we are going to do a respectful introduction to Agnes, who we're gonna say is originally from Willow Creek. It's originally where the Crumplebottoms are from, but they moved to Hanford on Bagley after a while. And if you know, you know, but Cornelia Crumplebottom, or Cornelia Goth, used to be a witch. So she is going to like talk with Agnes about the shard. Like, she knows that Agnes has a lot of knowledge about Willow Creek, about like a lot of things. So while she's drinking her fire cocktail, she's just going to ask like, hey, I found this. She's gonna talk about her latest party as well. I don't think Agnes is gonna be interested, Nadia, to be honest. But she knows that there's a lot more about like the Goth and Crumplebottom family, so she hopes that Agnes is able to help. And Agnes is saying, I never thought they were real. I remember stories from when I was a youngster about something like this. People believed it was an echo from the past which could be used for time travel. But I always thought they were just that, stories. So we now need to research the shards of time on a computer. We do have our own computer at home, so I do think that we will head home thanking Agnes for helping us out. So we're just going to do something nice to Agnes. Maybe say, maybe just do a compliment her personality. She's actually giving us a Finchwick favor. Oh, that's so sweet. She is so sweet. So she she should offer but somebody else a Finchwick favor. Well, we don't have the time for that, but she's now getting mocking us. I think it's time to go home. She gave us this we complimented her personality, we thanked her for her time, but I don't think we should overstay our welcome. And just go home to continue our research, maybe see if there's anything we can find about these Shard of Time stories, if it is a story or if it's actually something true. We did find one, but it could also just be anything. And she actually gave us a pie. Ooh. Thank you, Agnes. So Nadia is researching shards of time, anything that she can find, also using the detective database. If there's anybody who ever mentioned the story about the shards of time, or if there's anything that they have in their local like database. And it is true, it's right on the internet. So she didn't find anything in the detective database, like in a police database, but she did find a story on the website, like on this folklore page. And it says that the shards are echoes from the past and exist everywhere in the world. If Nadia looks hard enough for that faint glow the shards have, maybe she can find some more. This is an amazing development. So we are going to look at the shards of time. Let's see. We need to select search for shard of time on items such as sofas, bookshelves, computers, refrigerators, and maybe other objects. If you're observant, you will find 1 or 3. So I wanted to say like we are going to search for shards of time on all of the items that we got from the event, but unfortunately it doesn't work, which is sad. So we're just going to try it on the couch, like it says, the fridge, like it says, and then a bookshelf. Do we have any bookshelves? We have one here. So we're gonna search objects for a shard of time. I'm not sure why the shards of time would be in our house, to be honest. I guess it would rather be like at the museum or at the library. So, but she's going to say like it could end up anywhere. I'm not sure that I would actually find one, and she did find one. So we were supposed to already have one, but apparently we didn't get the one we were supposed to have. So now that's our first shard of time in our inventory. Can we also find one in our bed? No, and not in our closet either. We can find it in our toilet for some reason. Weird that we can find it in the toilet, but also wondering why it would be in our couch or our stuff. She didn't find anything in the fridge, which does make sense. We're gonna look in the toilet, maybe not able to find it in the trash, unfortunately. Any place else where we can look? Maybe a bench out here. Maybe we can find it in the river. We cannot click on those benches. I wish we could. Maybe this bench? No. She found another shard in the bookcase that she has, which is nice. Again, I don't know why she would have the shards, but apparently she does. Can we find... I would say like we would find one here, but doesn't give us as a search option. So let's see if we can find one in our toilet. Don't think so, but you never know. And we found all the shards. So through research, discovery, and a diligent eye, or detective's eye, Nadia has found more shards of time. She has found not one but many. Now what? There must be some way to activate them. Nadia should return to Emmett and show him what she's uncovered. So she's found 3 shards of time. She should officially have 4, but for some reason we don't have the 4th one. It is late, however, so she's doing some party tricks, but I think she's actually going to eat a slice of pie, the raspberry pie that Agnes gave us. then do a little bit of a sleep, and we will talk with Emmett in the morning. Because right now, heading over immediately, like with all the research, I think she would probably want to stay level-headed and just get some energy to listen more carefully to what Emmett has to say. So I'll see you lovelies at the park in the morning, where we always stay in contact with Emmett. She doesn't want to invite him over anywhere. She doesn't want to like show him where she lives, just in case there is some truth to Emmett. She wants to make sure that he just doesn't know anything about her except for that she's helping him, which is very nice to be careful. And apparently Vlad wants to welcome us to the community. Well, Vlad, we don't need to be part of your community. But I'll see lovelies in the morning when she has a good night rest. So we are back at the park. It's the next morning. She's taking care of all of her needs by taking a shower, going to the toilet, get some food. And she didn't invite Eliza to go with her, but she is actually jogging around the park. So she is trying to keep an eye on everything. But let's see. I already see Emmett's blue hair, and oh, he's actually looking very sad. So maybe we can cheer him up by showing the shards of time. This is just like her asking some more information from an expert. Emmett is coming over. He's walking very slow with how sad he is, although the color of his mood does fit his outfit. So Emmett, can you walk a bit faster? And fun fact that I didn't actually tell all of you the last time, but Emmett's name, Emmett Relevar, if you turn it the other way around, it actually does say time traveler. So that's a little bit of a nice nod to Emmett's name, that his name does mean time traveler. And the discovery of the time shard is a revelation that the past leaves echoes, ripples that can be found in the future. We got some event points, and with the shard in hand, it's time to build a time travel component and become a time travel like Emmett. So we are actually able to time travel? Are we actually able to time travel? That would be very interesting, but we are going to get the handiness volume level 1, so I do think we need to learn handiness. We also are going to get the alarm clock, which I think is from Sims 3. Then another missing sim milk carton, which this time it's Balakov. And that's basically it. So we only got 3 awards from the first one. And I do think we were already going to get the pop-up immediately for the next step. And Emmett is saying, where did you find these? I thought I was the only one who knew about them. These little echoes of the past can be used to build a time machine, which, hey, you know what? Yeah, you're going to build one of your own. So having discovered the secret element of time travel, Emmett has challenged you to become a time traveler as well. Continue this quest to find out how to build a time travel component. So we are going to need to read theoretical electronics at the library. We need to repair something while having handiness level 2 or higher. And we need to exercise our mind while having level 2 or higher in logic. So we need to either use the telescope, read a book on logic, which I think reading a book is going to be the easiest if we have one. And then we do need to repair a broken object, which, if you have testing cheats on, you can actually shift click on an object and actually break the object. So it's very easy if you want to use cheats to break an object and then be able to repair it if you don't have a broken object in your game. But let's just head to the library, start working on our skills, so we're actually going to be able to start building the time component. Like, she's not a handy person, to be honest. She's a party girl, like, even before she fully changed herself. Like, she was not a person who was using handiness. Logic, yes, she's a logical person before her case, but handiness she never really got into. So this is something that she needs to venture into, like, a whole new area. Maybe she's good at it, maybe not. She will find out, but I don't think handiness is going to be something that she really likes. So maybe we need to get some help from somebody else who does like handiness. Maybe she knows somebody, or maybe she just wants to keep this to herself and actually figure it out herself. So we are back at the library and we are going to read theoretical electronics. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to understand it. She does not look like she should belong in the library, or rather in the club next to the library. She's also feeling very bored. I don't think she's actually liking this part of the quest. But she does have some milestones she's reading right now. It does look, to be honest, if you look more closely, stop talking to people. Because I want to see her reading. If you look more closely, it does actually look like the mixology book and not something that I would say looks like handiness or logic. So this is something that's fitting her a bit more, reading on mixology, although again, I don't think it's mixology, but she's just going to read up on this. Victor is calling. She says, like, don't call me again. If I vote, I'll vote on my own. And after that, I'm just going to have her read handiness volume level 1, so she can actually get that level up. And probably for logic, we'll just be playing some chess with the people here. Hopefully we'll be building that one up. But the theoretical electronics by Nikolai Volt. Nikolai theorized that a time travel component could be built with a piece of aronium, a piece of platinum, a common electronic component, and one other item which must contain the essence of time, but he was unable to discover what held time. So that's probably going to be the shards of time. But we are going to need to collect platinum and probably all of these other things. So while she's reading up, I'm just going to fast forward while she's building up those skills so we can tick this, at least the skill levels off. And then we will head to Oasis Springs, to Desert Bloom Park, to actually start looking for the items that we need. So it took most of the day. Basically, it's already 8 p.m. But she did get her logic skill and handiness skill both to level 2. And while she was reading her logic skill book, she did tick off the work on your mind one. So Nadia's logic skill is just what Nadia needs to piece together Nikolai's theoretical vision. Use this skill to help build the time travel component. So I do think we need to have more than level 2 of both logic and handiness. But we are going to be able to now do a little bit of collecting in the Desert Bloom Park. I do have a mod. It's by, oh, I forgot the name. It's by Carl's Guide, that actually already immediately spawns all of the collectibles in the area. And if you click on a sim, I did this specifically for Not Human, as I always go around the areas to collect crystals and it takes a long time. But it's actually gives you an option to find collectibles, and you go around the map to get all of the collectibles. We don't need to do any harvesting, so I'm just going to click those off, but it does help to not have to wait for spawn points, because everything spawns in at different times and everything spawns in at different rates, like also harvestables, it takes like days. But this will help us to get everything done a bit quicker. So we already have obtained a piece of aronium, and aronium forms the base of all matter, past and present, and it is used for building a time travel component. So now she is hopefully going to find the platinum, by doing another dig around the park. And I feel like, yeah, so we found the platinum, which forms magic and splendor in energy, and it's one of the needed parts used to build a time travel component. So we also need to get an electronic upgrade part and then build the time travel component, as well as repair. So we are gonna go home, and I have an ID that will help us tick off both of these two. So if we break our TV, we should be from the trash that comes from repairing, we should hopefully obtain an electronic upgrade part from there, or we can just order it from the computer. But I'll just break our TV by doing the cheats. So she just comes home, her TV is broken, and out of everything that she's learning, she's actually going to say, like, usually I would ask somebody to fix it, but now I'm gonna fix it myself. And this actually gives her the things that she needs. So we are home, and if I click on RTV with shift left button, you can actually break object using debug, and this will break RTV. So now we are going to repair our TV, And again, we can use cheats. She doesn't know that we are controlling her. For her, this is just her real life. So she is going to just come home with a broken TV. Like maybe it just broke on her own. She doesn't know how it broke. But now that she has a little bit of handiness knowledge, she's just going to prepare it on her own. This is the first time she's ever prepared something. Usually you should not repair this on your own. But we need to do it from one of the tasks that we have. And Eliza's running by us again. I think she's working on her fitness in case there is a big fight with the time traveling thief. But this, let's see, it does take a little while to repair, so I'm just gonna fast forward until she has repaired the TV. There we go, it's a little bit faster than anticipated, and from here we're gonna scavenge for parts. And this should give us the electronic upgrade part. And from repairing the TV, it says Nadia's handiness will be very handy when it comes to building a time travel component. It's better to be prepared than to be rusty. And we didn't get a part. So throw this away. We got the common upgrade part. We got the robot salvage part. We did not get an electronic upgrade part. So I guess we will then just order the upgrade part. Let's see. I do have a lot of mods where I can also buy certain things, but purchase upgrade parts, electronic upgrade part. Hope we would be able to get it this way, but now we got the electronic upgrade part, and this is a core component for all theoretical high-tech devices, including coffee makers, and it's used for building a time travel component. So now we have everything we need to build the component, and we do this by having level 2 in both handiness and logic, having a piece of ironium and platinum, an electronic upgrade part, and a shard of time. If any of the components are missing, select replace on a mailbox to recover the needed parts, what we do. And from our inventory, we can select build time travel component on the shard of time. So let's build the time travel component, and having put Nikolai Volt's theories into practice, the creation of a time travel component has been invented or reinvented. This has given us some rewards, and with the theoretical component brought to reality, it's time to put it to use. So we have the time travel component in hand. Nadia's feeling very proud of herself. She solved the missing timepiece from Nikolai's theoretical work. What could be next other than to activate it? So we cannot activate it yet. I don't have a pop-up because we have completed week 2 with all of this. So we are going to claim the items as we did last time. We got a few things. We got 500 simoleons, which is always nice. We got the Radovar neck stabilizer. So this is something that we will check out in Create a Sim. We got the bigger gatherings banquet, which I think is from Sims 1 or Sims 2. So we're going to place this down as well. And then we got Logic Volume 1 and Introduction to Reason, which we should have gotten beforehand, as we needed to learn logic before this, not now. Then we got the Missing Sim milk carton, and I think this is Agnes's husband. Then we got the BD Emmet full body outfit, which we're going to check out in CAS. Programming Volume 1, so we're also going to have to learn programming actually. And then the 500 simoleons we already knew. So let's first check out both of the milk cartons we've gotten so far. So let's see, we have the one from Bella Cod from the first part of week 2. And then this is Agnes's husband. Then we've also gotten the banquet table. So let's quickly head into build by. We didn't get much in terms of stuff that we can place down, but I am really excited for week 3, which is when we will get the sofa that is matching the chair from Sims 1. So let me quickly have my game load up. So this is the bigger gatherings banquet table, and it does come in a lot of different swatches actually. Okay, this is something I really like. So I filled it on event rewards, which again, if you didn't see it from the last episode, you can find in special. And here you can find everything that comes from this event and past events. And what we see is there are a lot of different swatches. This is more something that I feel like could be for a picnic. Same with this swatch. We have something that can be used for a wedding. This would be a really nice wedding swatch. This one I think as well could be used for a wedding, and then maybe something more of a formal party. I don't mind the number of swatches. I wish we had some more like full colors without the trim that we have here in the bottom. Because we have a lot of colors with like the trim. And we have 2 of like the more picnic-y colors, but we don't have that many like just full colors. So that's something that I wish we maybe had a more of a mix of. But all in all, not too bad. I'm actually going to keep it in the orange color style that we have here. And then let's head quickly into Create a Sim to check out the 2 cast items that we received. So we are in Create a Sim, and this is the outfit from Emmett. So we have this color scheme. So this scheme does actually work more with the glasses if we then change the boots. Now it is actually matching more the purple than what we had in the last week. So now I'm not minding that the glasses didn't match with the shoes. We also have this swatch, which I don't like it that much, to be honest. The all white swatch. This swatch, which I don't mind too much, but again, I think this one is my favorite. And then we have the swatch that Emmett is wearing. Not my favorite outfit, to be honest. This is something probably that I won't use in game ever, but it's nice that we do get Emmett's full outfit so we can basically dress up like him. And then we have in necklaces, I believe, we have special event rewards. Here we have the Blast from the Past necklace. So we have a green swatch, a pink swatch, the purple swatch, which is such a see-through item. Oh, I do like that it glows. I do like that it glows, but I wish it would be the outfit then would also glow in like the same speed that the necklace glows. We have the yellow swatch and the blue swatch. I would keep it at the blue swatch. I do like that it glows, but again, I do think then that the whole outfit, like this part of the outfit glows, but this part, oh no, it seems to glow. Oh, now it seems to glow, but it didn't, like, it feels like it's at different rates. I wish it was, like, whole synchronized. But that's the full outfit. So I am going to end this video here. I hope you lovelies liked this week. It was a bit more of a research, not much of a story happening. We now got the time components. So that's something that will help us out. And yeah, we'll see if we learn something more. If we become a full-fledged time traveler in the next week, or if there's still some things that we need to do research wise. Off camera, I'm not sure if I will build up her logic, handiness and programming. Maybe I will, but we will probably see her in the next week also go to work. Maybe she will use her work to do some more research, maybe try to figure out something more, and maybe we will have a surprise show up in the next episode of somebody that is from her past. Who knows? If you want me to do that, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, click the little like button down below. Let me know what you think of the second week so far. I think it's felt a bit shorter than last week, but maybe that's just my personal opinion. And the items, I felt like we got a little bit less than we got in the first week. But all in all, I do think I'm having fun so far. And if you're not subscribed yet and don't want to miss out on either a wholesome or chaotic video, make sure you click the little subscribe button down below as well. And I'll see you lovelies in the next one.